CM 365, all about Carnatic music.
It is really very interesting to note that music speaks for itself. Music is something very, very unique, and actually, we as artists cannot claim to embrace it. Rather, we could say that music has to embrace us. Many of us have various intentions to expand the vistas of our music so as to make it more popular and reach it out to the masses. And there is nothing wrong in that, in the sense that ultimately every artist, his aim is to reach his art to the maximum number of people. But in the process, what is happening is that we make loud proclamations that we have been successful in reaching the music to the masses. But in fact, actually, interestingly, if you see, the output of the music, the impact of the music cannot be really dictated, or it cannot be commented upon by the artist. Rather, it is the receiver or the Rasika, I would say, who has to actually endorse and say whether the music has had an impact and whether the music has really reached a large number of people. In this context, I would like to just make a mention of the wonderful yeoman service that Sri Kuldeep Pai has been doing through his series Vande Guru Paramparam, where he's been training a lot of talented children. He has been training them, he's been really honing their skills and then making them sing various kinds of songs, where you see that the oral or the visual both are having really a excellent impact, and through this we also see how that it has reached lakhs and lakhs of viewers have watched it, and all of them have enjoyed it. In fact, we see that I myself, while I was teaching one child, it suddenly told me that one of the songs that the children had sung in the series, she wanted to learn that. So that way we can see that what a kind of deep impact these songs have had even on children who are just actually getting initiated into music. They really do not know anything in terms of the technicalities of music, but the way that music has been presented has had a very strong impact on them. Even for that matter, we can say that people who are actually not at all musical inclined or do not have any background, all of them seem to have really loved this music so much. In fact, I also happened to see some of the comments where one parent says that when she plays the music that the series is there, one of the songs when that is being actually played, the child calms down and sleeps. So there are so many different interesting observations I could see as a part of the impact that this music has had on various strata of people. Now, coming to this, we could say that here actually the producer has actually not made any kind of deliberate attempt, I would say, to push the music across. That is very, very important here. And he actually has made no artificial effort here. And the music here actually has taken its own course, I would say, like the river, and flowed through mountains, valleys and grasslands, and finally merged into the sea of happiness and joy, which has been able to generate among thousands of people all over the globe. So there are some such unique works, where there are others also we could probably quote, where the artist makes a very genuine effort to project the music and it naturally flows across without any kind of effort being put by the producer or the artist in terms of pushing it across to a number of people. And as I always say, no artist is ever greater than the art he pursues. But at times what happens is that because of our own ego as artists, we think we are the change makers, and we think that actually we are the ones who have actually formed the course for music, and if not for us, the music itself will come to some kind of a standstill. I think this is a very kind of a naive kind of a thought that any musician has. That should not be there, in the sense that what is important for us to understand is that music is something which is too mighty, and it knows how to engulf and embrace people. So we need not actually shout out aloud that we are redefining or refining society with our music. And sometimes, because of our own ego, we make so much of loud noise about the music that we are creating that we forget that we are what we are only because of the music. Ultimately, the point is that music is actually too large and vast for anyone to comprehend. We are too minuscule in front of it, and it would be only naive of us to actually say that we are the deciding factors for the course of it. And finally, I would like to wind off by saying that every time we approach music and try to come closer to it, we feel truly humbled actually, and understand that music is after all like some kind of a mirage where it is indeed visible to us, yet we also understand that it is unattainable in its entirety all our life. So thus, for the artist, it is only about seeking music all through his life, and also the fact that true music can speak for itself and it does not require any kind of artificial ways for it to be pushed across or to be projected. In fact, when you try to artificially push something, it may just last for a very short while and then die down immediately. But when music itself can speak for itself, we see that it becomes some kind of, it starts to live for eternity, and it also gets to reach more number of people without any great effort at all.
CM 365, all about Carnatic music.